Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal charts, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll first off get the key theme of the week using the Quantum Oracle, some divine guidance using the Moonology deck, and then some angel messages using the Angelarium deck. When it comes to the tarot, I'll be pulling from the Intuitive and clarifying with the Waite deck. So, Taurus, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 15th to the 21st of February 2021. So just while I'm shuffling your cards, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. Also, I am now streaming on Twitch, so do follow me over there to be a part of the live discussions and tarot readings that I'll be hosting there. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So, Taurus, the card you have from the Quantum Oracle this week is Great Achievement. Nice. So you're starting, I feel like you're starting this week with a bang. I mean, I definitely get a sense that you have overcome some kind of obstacle, especially when it comes to perhaps a relationship, maybe a career, okay? And I feel like as such you're being recognized. There is some recognition here. You may even be given an award of sorts, okay? I do get that for a couple of you. For some of you, I feel like it's a case of you may actually be sitting down to a banquet, okay? We can see that here. And that may be for, you know, the company that you are working in. You may be receiving an award for, you know, some part of a project you were a part of. Maybe you are receiving some good news even with regards to a significant offer, okay, when it comes to your work, your career. And as such, I feel like you're going for perhaps a celebratory dinner or cooking a celebratory meal with your loved ones. So that's very nice. For others of you, I feel like this is about a relationship. Perhaps you're having an engagement dinner, okay? So perhaps you popped the question and there was a resounding yes, or you were the one on the receiving end of this proposal and you said yes. So that's really beautiful either way. I feel like it's just good news all around, so I really like that. So let's go over to the Moonology deck now. I feel really breathless all of a sudden doing your reading. It's like whatever this is, it meant a great deal to you and it like took your breath away, I feel. So if that hasn't happened yet, there may be something such as that coming about for you very soon. Something that you did not anticipate, okay? So obviously something very significant here. So that's beautiful. Okay, so let's see what the Moonology deck has to say. What is it that the Divine wants to communicate with you at this time? So the card you got is New Moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Okay. So it's a good time to take some time out for yourself, okay? Especially to enjoy this achievement, because all too often, right? When we do succeed in something, when we do excel, we're in a hurry to get on to the next, you know, win, okay? Whatever aspect that is in our lives. It could be in various different aspects, okay? So perhaps because this obviously meant a great deal to you and it was a great achievement, it's asking you to just take the time out to savor it, to enjoy this moment, okay? And not think about the next thing you want to tick off your checklist, right? I mean, I don't think you look at this in that way at all, obviously. But I'm just saying that, yeah, you're being guided to just really savor the moment, enjoy this time of celebration and of accomplishment, right? And just really take some time out for yourself to just process this. and think about how far you've come, how, you know, what you've been through to get to this point, and really just express your gratitude to yourself, to those who assisted you along the way, to your partner if you are in a divine union, whatever it is. You know, just take time out to really feel those feelings of gratitude, of love, of happiness, of bliss, of accomplishment, because you deserve it at the end of the day, Taurus. So yeah, definitely take some time out for that. So let's go over to the Angelarium deck now, see what the message is here from the angels and emanations of the likes. So what is it that Taurus needs to know this week? What is the message that would benefit Taurus for this week? Yeah. So you have left eye knowledge. Okay, so this is talking of the Kabbalah tree of life. Okay, the Kabbalistic tree of life. So knowledge, Bina. This is knowledge of self. This is knowledge of your journey. This is knowledge of what it took for you to get to this point. It's also speaking of having that awareness, okay? Having an awareness means that you have knowledge of. So having that clear vision, having that clear sight, going for gold essentially is what led you to this moment, okay? This was something that was a wish fulfillment, okay? So I feel like deep down you always knew that you were destined for something of this nature, right? Or that you would come into alignment with, say, your divine counterpart if this is the case, right? But it's about how we apply that knowledge. It's about what we do. It's not good enough just to have that knowledge. We have to, you know, use it in a practical way. There has to be a practical application of that knowledge for it to really hold any weight in our reality. And I feel like that's where you're coming to understand that by, you know, not only obtaining this knowledge, but by pursuing certain goals and interests, right? You started to make it a very tangible reality. And as such, you're seeing the results, okay? So I feel like it is really spurring you on to seek and explore what else is available to you, right? Moving forward, and how you can use whatever knowledge comes your way, whatever information you acquire, whatever downloads you get from the divine, to spur you into taking practical steps towards carving out the life for yourself that you would like, essentially. What makes sense to you, what you value, what makes sense in terms of your principles, right? So that's amazing. So I'm just going to let you know what the signs are for this energy, because it may be relevant to you at this time. You may see some signs, some of those signs. So yeah, so this is found in learning, shared experience, and creation. Okay, so that's pretty significant to what you're experiencing right now. So learning, shared experience, and creation. So I think it's really beautiful that for those of you who are in a divine union, okay, that have solidified the connection, I feel like you're recognizing, you know, the different aspects that the two of you bring to this equation, right? And how you perfectly complement each other. And having that awareness means that, you know, you can actually work in tandem together as a unit to continue building this dream life that you both share, right? For others of you where this is an accomplishment in your goals in terms of work, or, you know, your business or a creative endeavor or anything like that, I feel like, yeah, this is again sort of working with your divine feminine and masculine attributes in order to make things materialize, make it happen, right, essentially. So that's awesome. So let's go over to the intuitive tarot now and see what messages we can get here. A bit more insight in terms of the circumstances that may be playing out for you at this time. So let's see, Taurus. But I really like this energy. Like, honestly, all the readings I've done so far for this coming week has been really profound. Like there's a real deep spiritual element to all of it. So it's really beautiful. And I love how it's playing out in different ways for each sign. So let's see what comes up for you. Okay. Yeah, I do get a strong sense of overcoming. You've overcome a lot of obstacles to get to this point, Taurus. And I feel like, you know, you haven't even seen the end of it. You haven't seen, like, the best of it yet. This is just the beginning, okay? But it's good. I feel like things are moving in a very positive direction for you. Okay. So, first card out is the Five of Swords in reverse. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I feel like, yeah, at this point, like despite whatever trials and tribulations you faced in the past, whatever difficulties, you know, whatever connections that really just undesirable that you were in the past, I feel like you're in a completely different situation now. I feel like you're seeing where perhaps, you know, you were self-sabotaging in the past, but you've really been working on that energy, right? So you haven't fallen into the same pitfalls, you've spotted the red flags, and that's what led to you having this great success, this great achievement that you've accomplished, right? Because you didn't repeat the same mistakes and you didn't ignore certain red flags, okay? You overcame certain challenges. You also, I feel like, took responsibility for where, you know, perhaps you would self-sabotage out of fear, right? So you stopped doing all of that, you focused on the goal, and you just kept going. You didn't let anything derail you, and as such, it paid off. So that's awesome. Next card out is the Seven of Wands, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So yeah, I feel like it's a case of, again, you stood your ground, you didn't give up, okay? You didn't stop believing in yourself, even if there are times where you did have doubt, okay? You didn't give up. And as such, it's paying off. So you see how much your determination, your knowing, right, actually pays off. Again, knowledge, right? You knew that if you kept working at it, if you kept putting your drive, attention, focus, energy, right, into this, if you kept striving for these goals, that you would get there, and you have, right? But now's a good time to just, you know, sort of ruminate on all of these things. Ruminate on how far you've come, where you're currently at, and where you'd like to go. Enjoying these wins, celebrating every small win, okay? Next card out is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this is your energy, Taurus, okay? Along with Virgo and Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like you're knowing that there may be some areas that you would like to improve on, or there may be some areas in terms of your work, your career, right? Where you felt like there could be a little bit more training involved, okay? Or there's something that you want to like bolster your expertise in specifically, okay? So there may be some particular skill that you have that you want to strengthen. So you may even look at possibly going back to university, doing an online course, or having some kind of tuition for that. I'm seeing that here. For others of you, I feel like, yeah, you may be looking at perhaps getting some counseling, or getting some practical advice on how to move forward, okay, what the next steps are. So I'm getting like a few different messages there. Next card out is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, specifically associated with Aries for me, okay? You can associate it with Leo also. But yeah, I see this basically as, again, there were times where you doubted yourself. There were times where you doubted your ability to excel. And yet when you kind of kicked your fears to the curb, when you gave it your best shot anyway, it paid off. I feel like possibly with a connection in the past, you didn't feel perhaps as confident with it. Perhaps you felt like no matter how, like what you did, it wasn't going to pay off. But perhaps that wasn't the connection for you, as we're seeing here, because now, you know, you've reached this milestone. I am getting that milestone energy with this as well. So again, you're coming to realize that sometimes things that don't pan out are actually for our highest good. Okay, especially if you were dealing with like a Queen of Wands in reverse energy. This was someone that was either really quite jealous and envious and vindictive, and could be quite harsh with their words, okay? Or this is someone who was lacking a lot of confidence. Or this could even have been your energy, okay? It's possible that, you know, you had Aries, you were an Aries Taurus cusper. And, you know, you could have a lot of fire placements. It's possible that this was your energy, that you weren't confident. Because I do get that in the past, you wasn't very confident. But now that's turning around. And that could have been reflected in a specific connection as well, where those foundations weren't there because there was fear, because there was jealousy, because there was a lack of confidence. But now, because you've been working on that, you have now found yourself in a situation where that's not the case, right? If it's not about a love connection, then I feel like this is about you gaining the confidence, gaining the momentum to strive towards your goals. Especially now you're starting to achieve what you didn't think you'd be capable of achieving, right? It's showing you that with a little bit of self-belief and hard work, it can go a long way, right? The next card out is the Page of Cups in reverse. Water energy, okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So yeah, you could have Pisces in your chart, to be fair, or be dealing with one, but I feel like you are taking some time out to reflect on what it is you want to do next, how you can best show up, right, with enthusiasm, with passion, for what it is that you do, for what it is that you want, okay? Because I feel like on some level, you're afraid to extend yourself on an emotional level. That could be in the matters of the heart, okay? Especially if you are single, and this is more to do with a career path, right? Or a step towards a chosen field, right? When it comes to matters of the heart, you may be struggling a little bit because you don't know necessarily what is the best approach, because you're still, you know, doing this healing, you're still doing the inner work, and you're still trying to get to a point of clarity as to what it is you actually want from a relationship. So that could be it as well, okay? It all depends on your specific circumstances. As you know, it is a general reading. Now, next card out is the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So this is good. So I do see you planting more seeds of intention. I feel like you've already done that in a lot of ways, and now you're just doing the work, taking care of yourself, doing everything that is needed, and giving it the space and time to manifest into something very tangible. This is about timing, okay? Divine timing. And I feel like now perhaps you're taking stock of where you're at. You're seeing, okay, that some things are actually flourishing in your life, or beginning to flourish in your life. But there are maybe other areas where you're still waiting. I do get a strong sense of that, either in your work or in love, okay? And I feel like you're wondering, will this ever happen for me? Will this ever come together? Well, again, timing is a factor also, and you are going through a shift, an energetic shift. So that in itself is a process, and it's going to make certain things in your environment shift as well, okay? So it's important to be aware of that. Timing is definitely a factor. But look here, I split the deck, and you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. That's Cancerian energy. So I do see you going full steam ahead very soon towards a golden opportunity in either of those areas of your life. And it's going to bring a great deal of happiness. Look at that, 10 of Cups. This is a very ascendant energy. This is being in that energy of unconditional love and getting everything you could emotionally want, okay? Pure emotional fulfillment. So if you are looking to settle down, I see you doing that in the future, okay? If you are looking for an opportunity that allow you to excel in the community space, right? If it's a creative endeavor, a business or anything like that, I see you excelling, okay? So there's nothing to fear on that level, Taurus. Again, it's about timing. And it all depends on what you feed the situation as well. Your time, attention, will, belief, all of those things matter. Okay. So, clarifying the Five of Swords in reverse. You have the Moon card in reverse. There's Pisces. You've got strong Pisces in your reading. It also can be Cancer's card as well. You have Cancer strongly. And you have the Page of Swords. Okay. So yeah, I feel like what you don't know is that someone is, I feel like, okay, if you've been waiting on an opportunity, say in the work, you know, in terms of work, employment, right? Or if you've been wanting a business opportunity, I feel like someone has their eye on you, and it's something you are coming to realize that perhaps someone has their eye on you. You were headhunted, right? So perhaps that's where this great achievement comes from as well, that in the past you were looking for opportunities and you didn't seem to find any. But what you didn't realize is as soon as you started working on yourself, you became more confident. You started, you know, leaving your CVs on online platforms, making your presence more known online. That's when it gave you the opportunity to actually do something that means a great deal to you, to get your start in your chosen career, especially if you've changed career paths, right? Because maybe before you had some opportunities that were a bit dubious and you weren't really, you know, you weren't sold on it because it didn't seem sincere, right? You seemed like there was something for them to gain from offering you this position, and perhaps not so much for you to gain. But this opportunity, whatever came in, was the real deal, and I feel like it's giving you a lot of happiness. It's really helping you to feel like, okay, finally a step in the right direction, right? Or if this is in terms of a love situation, I feel like you've had your eye on this person for some time. You wasn't sure, you know, how things would unfold, but things kind of just came together pretty quickly and organically. And now you're at the point where you're considering the long term. So that's amazing. Clarifying the Seven of Wands, you have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, so I feel like this is like, whatever this is something that's meant a great deal to you for a long time. If this is a connection, I feel like this is someone you've known for perhaps a very long time, or that you were dating in the past. Maybe things didn't come together into something more tangible because the timing wasn't right. You know, maybe there were other factors at play. But now that's changed, right? Things have changed. You didn't give up. You stayed true to the vision. You stayed true to the connection. And as such, things are turning around. For others of you where it's a work situation, I feel like it's something you've been passionate about for a very long time. It's something that meant a great deal to you, but you never seem to get that golden opportunity. Again, that has now changed. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So we have three sevens here. So the numbers 7, 77 and 777 could be very prominent for you at this time. Do check that out in terms of numerology. The number seven is very much an ascendant number. It's highly spiritual. It can be associated with spiritual activation, ascension, but it's also on the flip side, in its shadow aspect, it is the number of deception. Okay, so it's important to be aware of that. That's why that inner knowing, that truthful awareness, clear vision, gnosis is really important, because that's what helps to decipher the difference between the reality from fiction, okay? The truth from what is deceptive. And I feel like here, right? For a time, you didn't see any forward movement, you didn't see progress, you felt abandoned, you felt left in the cold, forgotten by love interests, by employers, okay, those who could offer you some kind of opportunity, and you couldn't understand why. None of it was making sense. You felt like you was putting your best foot forward. All of that was illusionary, and it came down to the fact that the energy that you was putting out wasn't in alignment with what you were seeking, okay? There were certain things, certain truths that you needed to come into full awareness of, where again, I feel like there was some self-sabotatory behaviors, a lack of self-belief being at the key core of that, okay? But that's now changing. I feel like some of you may be getting some counseling or some therapy to work through some of these, limiting self-beliefs, or perhaps you have negative thoughts that you can't seem to shake about yourself, or you're just unable to really get clear on how you feel emotionally. So you may be getting some assistance with that. Or maybe you're doing some online training, some courses to try and find how you can better promote your work, promote your business, things like that, so you don't find yourself in situations where you're going without, okay? So I see that as being a possibility as well. Clarifying the Queen of Wands in reverse, you have the Three of Wands, and you have the Seven of Swords. So many sevens in your reading, it's not even funny. But yeah, so that's interesting. Again, it's about separating truth from illusion, and also deception. But I feel like here, it's a case of you're realizing now what you were waiting for. And you were waiting for not just any opportunity, but the right opportunity, okay? And that's why you have been so patient. That's why you haven't given up, because you knew that that golden opportunity, as I said, was out there for you. So you didn't settle for anything less, I feel. And that's why perhaps, even though you found it really difficult, even though I feel like your self-belief was lacking, you didn't lose sight of the vision. You never once lost sight of it. And as such, that paid off, okay? It really did. And it's going to pay off even further, okay? Especially the more that you work on yourself and you really build your confidence up, your self-belief, right? Telling yourself positive things that really boost you instead of telling yourself negative things, okay? So clarifying the Page of Cups in reverse, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit. So Virgo energy, okay? So you could have Virgo in your chart also, but regardless, I feel like, yeah, this is really speaking of needing to put the work in where your heart space is concerned, okay? Especially if you are single, for example, and you're looking to date and you're wanting something more serious, something more committed, it's saying to you, okay, you have some fears around commitment though, we can see that, okay? With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, you have a fear around commitment possibly. So you need to go within and see what is at the root of that. Possibly that's also where therapy can do some good as well, if you have some real hang-ups around that, because it could stem back to something from your early, your earliest experiences with dating, okay? It's also possible that if it's not that, then you may have some fears when it comes to, things looking too good to be true, okay? Because you feel like you've been duped in the past, especially when it comes to your dreams, okay? So you need to take some time out to really reflect on, where do these fears stem from? What holds me back on that level? Even though it doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do, there is still some hang up there, okay? So you do need to take some time out to really look into that on a deeper level, okay? And then finally, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Death card, Scorpio energy, and the Six of Pentacles. So we also have six repeating here. So the numbers 6, 66, and 666 could be prominent for you as well. That number speaks of manifestation, doing the work in the astral. And on the flip side, it can speak of, you know, imbalances of not wanting to put the work in to get there, okay? Like kind of allowing it to be something that remains little more than a fantasy, okay? Not willing to actually invest, okay? And I feel like, yeah, that aspect is definitely not the case for you here. I feel like you are wanting to invest in your dreams. With your, if you're single, I feel like you may be struggling a little bit with the idea of commitment, but not because you don't like the idea of commitment, because you're afraid of being essentially deceived, hurt, betrayed, right? It comes more from that. But I feel like here you have planted seeds of intention, you have been nurturing them, you have been putting work into yourself, and as such, you are changing, okay? We have the Death card, so there is a transformation there. There is awareness, there is clarity, there is understanding coming in. And as such, you're starting to put the work in so you bring balance to all areas of your life. So that's really good. And especially if you are in a very strong, committed relationship, I feel like you found the way to create balance within the dynamic as well. So that's really, really good. So Taurus, I really hope this helps. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, honestly, I feel like you definitely are on the right track. Things are looking up for you, 100%. But you just got to keep putting that inner work in and really work on boosting that self-confidence, that self-esteem and self-belief. And you'll be surprised of what you can accomplish, okay? So sending you guys lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.